Movie, a school is shown in which there's a teacher whose name is Elisabeth. Elisabeth is very beautiful, so everyone is attracted to her. But today is her last day in school because she's going to get married, so she's being given a farewell party by the school. Now after the farewell party is over, she goes to her home, but after going home, she finds out that her fiancé is sitting with her mother, and he has come to break their relationship. Her fiancé tells Elizabeth that I cannot marry you because I have come to know that you love him only for money. Actually, her fiancé was very rich, and Elizabeth loved him only for money. In fact, he has spent a lot of his fiancé's money this month, so he refuses to marry her. Now first, Sebed tries very hard to convince him, but he doesn't listen to her at all. After they break up, Sebed has to take a job at a school to cover her expenses. It's her first day there, and she meets a lady teacher named Mesesesesesesese. This lady is talking very nicely. However, Es is extremely arrogant, so both of them have a fight on the very first day of school. After this, Elizabeth goes inside the class where she had to teach the children, but she sits down to eat food. After eating food, Elizabeth puts a movie on for the children, due to which the children start watching the movie inside the class. After which, Elizabeth falls asleep inside the class. After the class ends, Elizabeth gets another teacher, whose name is Lean. Now Elizabeth starts telling him that she has no interest in teaching. Actually, she's doing this job only for money. She tells Link that she only needs money, so that she can look more hot and attractive by undergoing surgery. That is why she tells Link that she is looking for a boy who is very rich. There's another teacher here whose name is Jam, and he likes Eligible a lot, but he is not rich, and also he is not very good looking. That is why Eligible does not pay much attention to him. The next day, a new teacher comes to the school whose name is Scott. Now Elizabeth comes to know that he is very handsome and also very rich. That's why she goes and starts talking to him and tells him that you are new in this school, so I will show you the whole school. Elizabeth tries to be open with him, and in the course of conversation asks him if he is single. Actually, this court has also recently had a breakup, and he starts showing Elizabeth the photo of his ex-girlfriend who looks very hot. Seeing this, Elizabeth gets quite surprised because this court's girlfriend is very hot and attractive, and Elizabeth isn't as attractive as his girlfriend, so she decides that she will also undergo surgery and become like her. So she decides that she has to undergo surgery at any cost. Now at night, Elizabeth is sitting outside, where she meets a man who is flirting with her. But Elizabeth comes to know that he is not rich, so that is why Elizabeth does not let him come to her. Because Elizabeth has only one demand, that she wants a rich man. The next day, Elizabeth goes to the doctor for her surgery, but the doctor tells her that the cost of her surgery is going to be $9,000, which is very high for Elizabeth. Hearing this, Elizabeth becomes sad because she has very little money in her account. So she goes home and calls all her relatives and asks them for money, but no one is willing. He does not give her money, and all the ways for Elizabeth were closed. So at last, she calls her experiencer and tells him that you broke the relation with me on your own will. In return, you will have to give me $9,000. But her experiencer tells her that you have already wasted a lot of my money, so I will not give you even a single penny now. You can do whatever you can. After this, he cuts the call. The next day, when Elizabeth is sitting inside the class, a student of class 7 goes to her. And she tells her that all the students of our class are organizing an event in which we wash people's cars. If you want to get your car washed, then you can come there. But Elizabeth is not taking any interest in you after that. But when the student tells her that last year they earned $6,000 from this event, Elizabeth is surprised to hear this and asks her, "Who is leading this event of yours?" She tells Vaibhav that Amy is leading this event. Actually, Amy is the same teacher with whom Elizabeth had a fight on the first day, and she does not like Elizabeth at all. So Elizabeth goes to the principal and starts wooing him with her charms, and tells him that she wants to organize this event. So by replacing Principal Amy, Elizabeth is made the organizer of this event. After this, Elizabeth reaches the event wearing very short clothes and starts washing people's cars. Elizabeth was looking very competitive in short clothes, due to which everyone starts looking at her. Here, many people get their cars washed, and she charges them extra money by saying that this money is going to be used for the good education of the children. Here all the people are staring at her, and along with this, the police are also not able to take their eyes off her, due to which she goes ahead and hits a car as well. Bailey Zabid has earned a lot of money from this event, but here MA is watching her and she goes to the principal. MA tells principal that Elizabeth has saved some of the money she earned from events, but principal does not believe her. He asks her for proof of this, but MA does not have any proof. After this, we are shown Elizabeth, who still lacks the money to get the surgery done. But then she comes to know that a state test is going to be held, in which she is told that the teacher of the subject in which the children get the highest marks will get $5,000. So Elizabeth decides to teach her children seriously, and she starts teaching all the children of her class well. But there's not enough time in the state test for her children to complete their preparation and score good marks in that test. But it was very important for Elizabeth to win the test and earn money from here, because only then she will be able to get her surgery done. So she decides that she will steal a question paper, which is going to come in the exam. So she gets ready and reaches that educator, who has prepared the question paper, and starts using that set. After this, she takes him to the office and mixes something in his drink. After the educator faints, Elizabeth steals the question paper and its answer key. Yes, Elizabeth starts preparing the children for the same question paper which is going to come in the exam. In this way, her children come first. Along with this, Elizabeth also gets a check of $5,000. Now after this is over, Elizabeth goes to the doctor so that she can get her surgery done. But before the surgery, she finds out that Skawat and Amy are dating each other, and both are in a relationship with each other. Elizabeth feels very bad seeing this and wants to separate them. Here Elizabeth finds out another thing, that both ME, and S Code are taking the children of the class together on a picnic. So to separate Amy from the squats, she applies some chemical on a shape and places it in Amy's class. When Amy comes to the class, she picks up the shape and eats it, which had chemical on it, due to which her face gets energized. Due to which, she refuses to go to the picnic. Now instead of Amy, Laser Piercer is sent to the picnic with this code, and she sits next to this code where she tries to come close to him because she likes this code and wants to marry him. Along with them, there is another teacher, Jim, who likes Arabia, and he does not like Arabia. However, they still manage to become good friends. Whenever Arabia is in the same room as Scott, they tend to get very close to one another. Elizabeth captures all of this on her phone and then sends it over to Emmy. Now when Emmy sees all this, she feels very bad, and she understands that the energy on her face is due to Elizabeth. So she decides to expose Elizabeth, and starts checking her desk so that she can get some proof against Elizabeth, but she is unable to open its door, so she moves her desk to her classroom and exchanges it with her desk. After this, she calls a man and tells him that its lock is not opening. Then that man opens her door, breaks the lock. Inside the V-Miko door, you find the question papers stolen from an Elizabeth News educator named Kale. Now MA takes those question papers to the principal and exposes Elizabeth. Now the principal also believes her words, but the principal says that if Kyle testifies to this, then only we can take any action against Elizabeth. So MA goes to meet Kyle and starts threatening him that if he does not tell the truth, then she will file a police case against him. So Kyle agrees to testify. After this, we are shown that on a picnic, a student proposes to a girl. The student is not very handsome, while the girl is very beautiful, so she refuses him and also makes fun of him. Actually, the girl is very arrogant, but after Elizabeth's persuasion, the girl agrees and both of them start talking nicely. Elisa Bage is here with Jim, and she realizes that she is also doing the same with Jim, while she really loves Jim. Now MA also arrives here, and she tells Alice that you have been completely exposed. Hearing this, Elizabeth understands that she has got her hands on the question paper. After this, Elizabeth sends some objectionable photos to Cal, and there is also a message with it, which says that if he testifies against Elizabeth, she will put these photos on the internet. After this, Elizabeth is shown in the principal's office, where Cal comes and he testifies in her favor, due to which the case ends here. This happens, But here Elizabeth tells the principal that there is a teacher in the school who is a drug user, and some drugs have been found in his door. Actually, Amy has exchanged her days with Elizabeth's days. Elizabeth comes to know about this, and when she checks Amy's days, she finds drugs. After this, the police is called, and when the American's door is checked, drugs are found in it, due to which the police arrest him. After this, Arisa goes to Bath and he starts proposing to her. Actually, he wants to marry her, but Elizabeth refuses him. She tells him that she loves Jim. Actually, Elizabeth has changed and she has realized what true love is. So now she doesn't even want to get her surgery done because Jim doesn't care about how Elizabeth looks. He truly loves her. Next day, when Elizabeth comes to school, she is given a big position, which is of a guidance counselor. And the movie ends with this scene. Friends, if you liked the video, then please like it and also subscribe to the channel. I will meet you in the next video.